Good morning, everyone. This is Mary, also known as Dr. Mary Whitney, with my fourth book, Let's Get Real Lessons Learned from the Field. And for those of you who have been with me these 195 days now, as of today, I am reading from the first chapter, which was written by a dear friend of mine by the name of Mary also. The title is From Mary's Heart to Mary's Soul, More Than a Conversation. This is our 23rd day reading from the book in a row. And also, I wanted to say thanks to all who have been with me through this journey. And if you're new here, we have been walking through 365 days of transformation, healing, faith, and self-discovery. As we go back to the book, it says, as we continue today's reading, we are reminded that life is made more richer through shared experiences. Joy and sorrow both shape the bonds we form with others. And sometimes it is simply walking together through that life that creates the deepest connection. I want for us to sit up straight. I want us to ground ourselves in our thinking, in our minds, and in our thoughts, in our hearts. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. And we're going to give ourselves a gentle hug while we do that. 3 deep breaths in, 3 deep breaths out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Yes. And I wanted to say, Mary and I have grown closer over the years. We have shared the loss of loved ones and the joy of the good things and people in our lives. Sometimes we talk just to laugh together and remember things that were good and exciting experiences. Mary has always been a great teacher to me by showing how important the smallest thoughtfulness is to the person receiving that love and friendship. And I know some of my friends say, you need to talk longer, but that is how much I had put down from reading from the portion of the book on Mary's chapter, because each day we just give a small portion of what was within the contents of the book. But what I wanted to say is this, is that learning how to have dialogue instead of having arguments, instead of being in disagreement with those that we're around, even in our own families. A lot of times I reflected back as a young person coming up that many times there were arguments in the family, because sometimes when you don't have the words to put to the context in which you need to say things, arguments will erupt. And building relationships that are bonding, that are strong, and you're truly getting to know the life and culture of other families and people that we may not be in contact with every day on a daily basis changes things, because sometimes we may take things as an offense and we become defensive, but you don't know why you're putting your defenses up. And sometimes I think we need to just call it out and say what's going on in our minds and our thoughts. And I'm that kind of person, and Mary was that kind of woman as well. We could talk to each other about anything. And as she told me, she says what she was seeing in some of the workshops that we were doing and opportunities that could have been opened up were not being opened up. And she just told me, she says, Mary, I think we should have the conversation around race and what is going on that I'm picking up on as a woman who have worked in education for over 30 years. those things come up, and her filters were different than mine because I had not always engaged on an educational platform for that many years at that time. So, yes, I have been working in education for over 15 years at one school and have been training trainers to do the work that I've learned how to do. And at one point in my life, I truly believe, even now, that it's a part of my core being. It is just how I operate in society and the world, because when you practice a particular way of victim offender dialogue facilitation, restorative practices, mediation, circles, and also a lot of other learning platforms that I've been through that taught me many things. World Cafe, you name it. I've been in dialogue, presencing, those things. A lot of work has been done on grounding ourselves and being committed to forge forward. I thank you for your time. I hope you take care of yourselves, and at some point, I will be back out into the community doing the things that I love best. But right now, I've just been designing things. So I look forward to talking with you tomorrow on day 196. We've made a 365-day commitment, and I want people to know that when I say I commit, I commit. And so our word is our bond, being that country girl that I am. So let us sit up straight. Let us take in a few deep breaths together again as we ground ourselves for our day. I take in harmony. I take in peace. I take in joy. I take in love. Those are the things I want to reflect on and let them rest within the core of who I am. And so I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be upset with anyone. I don't want to be at odds with anyone. And so we get to choose what we carry in our hearts and in our spirits. And so let us hug ourselves gently once again. We deserve that. And let us take 3 deep breaths together. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One last breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Yes. And so I wanted to say thanks to all who have subscribed, who have liked, who have shared my YouTube channel with others. We are building community here. Thank you so much for your time that you're putting in for yourself and being committed for yourself. Many have been here 195 days. Tomorrow will be 196. I thank you. We love you. Take care. Share this with someone else if you liked it. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.